Hello and welcome to the backup module. This is to be accompanied by my blog on aliraz, aliraz.com or alirazegi.com. I decided to make this video because I was getting tired of the help for sysadmins on SQL Server not giving the sysadmins and accidental DBAs a real-life holistic approach to backups. Backups are, in fact, the most critical point or part of SQL Server, and many professionals would agree. There is a saying that you're only as good as your last backup. Now, the problem is with these other videos that show you how to do it in the graphic manager of SQL Server Management Studio, that's all they show you, just how to click things around and hit save and you're done. That is why those who teach don't really work in the industry, and this really shows that. When you work in the industry, you realize that you need to align your backup strategy with the business. You need to make sure that you set proper expectations. You need management approval so that when something does go wrong, you can refer back and say, but this was all documented and signed up on. Now, we don't want things to go wrong technically, but if management forgets something or something happens which they weren't thinking about or prepared for, and it was completely outside of the scope of your professional area or expertise, then you need to be covered. Also, these other training videos that I saw only hit save and they expect the backups to work. Rarely does it work. If a accidental DBA doesn't know what they're doing, their SQL Server agent could be disabled. They could have typed in a path wrong, and the extension path they could have put something wrong. And all these things can sometimes stop SQL Server from properly backing up. So we are going to go ahead and get started on this today. We're going to discuss the difference between full, differential, and transaction log backups. And in order to explain those, we will also need to explain the difference between full recovery mode, not to be confused with full backups, but a full recovery mode that is set on the database server, and simple recovery mode. There is a third recovery mode called bulk logged. I highly doubt accidental DBAs who don't have the background information on how these things work will be using that. So we will completely ignore that. The only two ones that most accidental DBAs and sysadmins will need to deal with will be full and transaction. So without further ado, let's get started.